It is 19 days before Halloween, and today is the day that I'm going to put out our outdoor decorations. So right now there's nothing on the porch. I don't know if you can see. We'll walk back a little bit so you can see. It's probably better vantage point. Anyway, nothing out there really. It's got a spring wreath. I have a couple of ravens. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I'm gonna just use all of our old decorations and I'll show you what we do. It's fun. Okay, quick trip to Walmart to pick up a few things to fix some of the things that had kind of broken while they were in the attic. Alright, I'm not sure if I was lying to myself or if I was lying to you, but Lowe's is next door, and I don't think I can physically drive by it without going in. I love checking the clearance rack, so I'm just gonna go run to the clearance rack and see if they have any good outdoor plants that are only halfway dead that I can plant, because they'll be like looking good in like a week. So I'm just gonna go check that out. See what I mean? Okay, I'm getting back in the car. I just had this lovely talk with this woman who was asking how to do African American hair because she is Caucasian and she has like 3 black girls, or kids, I think 2 girls and a boy. So I was talking to her anyway, and my key broke, and then I lost the electronic part to my key. But I knew it because I was at my car and I was able to open my car. But anyway, so I just spent 15 minutes doing that. My child's being dropped off at my house and I'm not there, and the person who is there is probably asleep, but I got all that sorted out. I'm just gonna give my gratitudes right now. Thank you, Lord, for letting me find my key. So I found my key, and I had all my flowers, can you see them, in the trunk, but I had to take them out because I was searching for my little key. But more gratitudes. I got 3 mums and some lantanas, and I'm going to put them in a flower arrangement on my front porch. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fall arrangement, like flower arrangement, part artificial, part real flowers. So I got this because it kind of looks like a witch's cauldron, and then I don't think you can see, but I'll show you in a minute. I have like a little iron pedestal that I haven't been using that I'm going to use. This doesn't have any drainage holes, so I filled the bottom of it with pebbles so that the dirt can drain. It's only going to be in here for maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks tops. So I think it should be fine, and if they die, who cares, because it's Halloween anyway. Okay. So now it's about 2/3 of the way full. So, like my mom always taught me, you have a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. So the thriller is going to be Halloween. So I'm going to go get that in a minute. But I found these mums earlier I was telling you about for $1. So these are going to be my fillers. And this lantana, which these are my fave, is going to be my spiller. Hi! How are you guys? Good, good. I know, it's beautiful. I thought, if I'm going to put out my Halloween decorations, I'm going to do it today because it's such a nice day outside. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Now, I have dirty hands. I'm going to go get my thriller. Let me show you what that is. Here they are. Their feet. So, these guys I made like 12 years ago when we first moved here. And all they are is like a foot, like a zombie foot from the Dollar Tree. So I got 2 of those, one for each leg. And then I just used like some tape and plastic bag and shaped it into the form of kind of like a rickety leg. There's kind of a calf here, here's an ankle, and the start of a thigh. And then these shoes, now remember, this has been like this for 12 years. Some slippers, some old slippers I had. And then I'm gonna peek this poor witch. She has 2 left feet, but see, I'm gonna put her right in here. Okay, so there you have it. Right now, there is the flower arrangement. Really simple. Some crazy witch legs. She's being sucked into the pot. Some lantanas, which in Houston grow really well here in pots and in the ground. And then some mums, which were $1 on the clearance rack. This one is full of blooms, so it'll be blooming soon. Okay, this is day 2. I'm pretty much done. I'm about to show you guys everything. I'm gonna go run to the store again to grab just a couple more things, but it's pretty much done, so I want to show you this view, and then in a little bit after I show you this, I'll show you what it looks like at night. This is my front yard, and here is our giant arachnid. Oh, isn't she spooky? I love her. We made her like 10 years ago. And how funny. My neighbor just stopped me and said that her dog was growling at that witch. So anyway, this is our giant arachnid, and she's made out of PVC pipe. That's it, pretty much. This back here is just a big old planter that I found on clearance, and I painted it purple. And then she also has a little bit of like those little polka dots or glow-in-the-dark paint. And then her head is just 2 hanging lanterns tied together and stuck in a Ziploc bag. That's it. I'm about to go run to the store like I was saying earlier. That little connector, it works, but it's a little broken off. So I'm gonna go buy a new one. Just so that I don't have to come out here every 3 days and redo that. Now, this is our Black Witch, and this is like a project, a Martha Stewart project that she's had like forever. You can get the plans on her website, or at least you used to be able to. And or just you just print out the picture, and you different sizes, and then you map it out, and then you cut it out with a jigsaw on some wood, and we just used whatever the cheapest they had at the store. There's a crazy little hair on end black cat, and there she is. She's the beauty. We put a little rickety broom on the end of her, and then this is a new addition. Every year I have a lantern that I fix onto her hand. And I buy a cheap one, you know, like $10 or less. That comes on automatically at night, indoor, outdoor. But they always go out. They don't last that long. So this year, I grabbed a spaghetti jar bottle, cleaned it out, and just made my own handle and put a Dollar Tree solar light on it. And I think that's going to work out really nicely. So that's those guys. This, I always get like really good comments on this. This is so easy. It looks so complicated, but it's so easy. It's just black foam that you buy at the craft store in rolls. And I affixed like a really strong magnet to the back of it. Now, like I said, this is really old. It's like 12 years old. Let me show you what the magnets look like. So some of the magnets have fallen off, but instead of putting them back on, I just sometimes just put them on there so it stays still. Now, in a storm, sometimes it'll come a little pulled off a little bit, and the fence will look a little bit more rickety than it already does, but it just adds to the aesthetic. Let me show you now my front porch, which is very simple, nothing very exciting. I have some lights in our bushes and some creepy black ravens staring at you as you walk up. We have some more lights that you'll be able to see tonight. But these are one of my absolute fave black giant witch hats. There are some really gigantic witches that live in this house. Did you know that? So I made those witch hats for them 12 years ago. There are their brooms, so you can know they're here. They flew in. They'll be staying with us for a while. One of them, well, we had to get rid of her. She wasn't being a very good guest, so you know how that can happen sometimes. But in remembrance of her, we put some beautiful mums here that I got at Lowe's on clearance. Aren't they pretty? Look, and these, they were $1 a piece. These are full of buds. So I think they're gonna do pretty good for me. And as my, what is it? Thriller, filler, spiller. As my spiller, I have these lanterns at night. That comes on, and then that is nothing fabulous. It's just a old planter that I had in my backyard that I wasn't using, that I used to give it some height. And an old little jack-o'-lantern, because it's too humid here, so we cannot carve our pumpkins until very late. This is actually supposed to be pulled up a little bit, so I'll have to fix that before I show you guys what it looks like tonight. I got this creepy giant spider to go along with our giant witches. Spiders crawling up. And in some years, like, I have a big giant spider web here, but I just don't want to mess with it this year because we're going to go see Shelby soon after, and I'm going to have to take all this stuff down. I didn't want to. And then the final thing I was going to do is, for the door, I was going to put a really nice harvest wreath with beautiful flowers on it, but I haven't had time yet. I'll do it for Thanksgiving. So I just grabbed this wreath and filled it with the next best thing, snakes. So I'm about to go to the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna get some purple lights for that so that that lights up at night. But there you have it. There you have it. There's my porch. There is my garage. And our witch. And our spider. So, okay. I'm leaving now. I'm gonna run to the store. Then we have a church carnival today. I'm helping our friends out, Real Estate Frank, and we're gonna work their margarita booth. And then tonight, when I get back, it'll be dark, and I'll show you what it looks like at night. All right. The spider, which you cannot even see in this video, you kind of can, has a solar spotlight on her, and you can see it in person pretty good, but not on my video, so I'm sorry. And then here's the witch, who again you can't see, but she has a really nice shadowed silhouette at night here, but it's just you can't see, but you can see her lantern. Her lantern is glowing, which is good. There's my garage. But the real stunner are the lights. This is the beginning of the lighted season. So we start out small for Halloween. We go up a little bit for Thanksgiving, and then, wow, at Christmas we really do put on a lot of lights. So this is what the porch looks like at night. Spider web. And then the wreath has a few lights on it. Quite nice.